Hey guys, it's Tanya, and I am coming in for a 1 week check-in, like updating on my 9 week fat elimination challenge. If you didn't watch my last video, I had a DEXA scan done and I got my body fat percentage, and in 8 weeks from today, actually, we leave to go to Mexico on a beach vacation, and I am trying to cut body fat before then. I was like 30, I want to say 32% body fat, maybe I think it was 32%, and I'm trying to get down below 29. I think I should have gone back and watched my old video, but it doesn't matter because I'm just trying to do the best that I can do, and however it shakes out, it shakes out. So how did week 1 go? Week 1 started on Monday. Actually, I'll back up to the few days before. On Saturday night, we had a party that we went to. I drank. I had whiskey and Diet Coke, which is not a big deal. I drink that on keto, and it's not a big deal. But we did eat food, and I ate deviled eggs with like bacon. That was delicious. That was perfectly on plan. But I also ate a lot of artichoke balls. And if you don't know what an artichoke ball is, it's minced artichoke with Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and lots of Italian breadcrumbs. And it's rolled into like little bite-sized balls, like little appetizers. So freaking delicious. And for an Italian girl, you can't, I can't resist that. I did have 2 bites of icing from the cake, which almost like set me off. Like I had to get away from it because I wanted to just like swipe my finger across the whole layer of icing and eat all of it. And then we want to bring in some home, and I had to let the other kids have some, and then I had to get it out of the house because I think that's one of my weaknesses. Cake with like almond flavor and buttercream icing, and cookie cake. I have no control. So I know that about myself, so I got rid of it. So anyway, because of that, I was up a little bit on the scale on Sunday. So the previous weekend, I was 169.4. Last Sunday, I was 176.9. So I was up 7.5. Is that right? Yeah, 7.5 pounds. So I think that number was a bit skewed. It was a bit high because I was probably retaining water from the bit of sugar and breadcrumbs that I got. You know, normal reaction when you're ketogenic. Got right back on track, obviously. On Sunday, it was Easter. I had a couple of bites of my mom's lemon icebox pie, so I was probably up a little bit from that too. But got back on track on Monday. Monday, I started a water fast. Water fast means I only have water and black coffee. The plan was to have it with absolutely no artificial sweetener, and I did fine with that until I believe my last coffee on Tuesday. And then I did have 1 Truvia in that coffee. I did a step aerobics routine for an hour on Monday. I did an hour on Tuesday, and a weightlifting for an hour on Tuesday as well. And then I did the water fast again on Wednesday with a couple of coffees with Truvia. Did fine with that. And then in the late afternoon on Wednesday, I did get a coffee from Starbucks, and I had heavy cream in it and 1 Truvia. So I kind of broke it a little bit then, but I was basically still fasting. But I did have some heavy cream in the afternoon. And then that evening at the 72-hour mark, I had a little bit of probably maybe 3 ounces of ribeye steak, some riced cauliflower cooked in bacon and bacon fat, and some onions and mushrooms that I had left over from the weekend before. And I always find, like, in the first day that I break the fast and then the next day after that, my restriction is really tight. I cannot eat that much. So it was super filling. I didn't eat anything else for the rest of the night, and so that was fine. One of the things I found during the water fast is I did feel weak. Water fasting is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It is not the easiest thing in the world. You kind of have to push through it, and I will say that I feel like it makes you a little bit more mentally strong when you accomplish it, when you feel like you did it. It's not the actual hunger. I really didn't have that much hunger this time. I had more of kind of weakness, but I did test my blood sugar fairly regularly, and my blood sugar was fine, so I knew it was just maybe electrolytes. I had baking soda in my water on sorry, my dog is knocking the table. I had baking soda in the water, in my 16 ounces of water that I have with my vitamins in the morning, on Monday and Tuesday, but then I got really puffy, I felt like, so then I didn't have that I haven't had that since. I've just been having regular water. Since then, for like Thursday and Friday, I have my normal ketogenic food. For lunch, I'd like to have boiled eggs and like pickles. That's just kind of something that I like. We went out to eat last night. I had a grilled shrimp salad, Caesar salad, just kind of keeping it simple. I worked out this morning. It's Saturday. I stayed fasted all day. I went and had a massage, and I just broke my today's fast. It's about 4:20 with some veggies. I had some leftover veggies, the cauliflower from the other night, and then some green beans, both cooked in fat. I mean bacon and bacon fat, and yeah, so doing good with that. So feel pretty strong. Tonight we're having burgers, bacon cheeseburgers. I'll have it bunless, you know, with mayonnaise and lettuce, pickles, the whole works. So I kind of had some observations, some things that I'm noticing from the fasting. I really think my skin is getting better. I don't have any makeup on right now, just because I went for my massage and I don't like to wear makeup to that. But for a long time, like for months, I've been having little bumps, like milk bumps on my forehead. And since I've started water fasting, they are just like completely gone, just completely gone. I don't know, like, I mean, I wish I would have had a picture from before. I just scratched myself right there. But I find my skin is a lot better. One of the reasons why I'm doing water fasting is to help with my scars from my arms and my tummy tuck, but mostly from my arms. And I do feel like they are getting lighter, like in the armpit, they're really light. They're a little bit inflamed, probably just because I just had the massage, and I asked him to massage it deep. But you can see, like here, it's getting a lot lighter. Lean in a little bit. The lighting's pretty good right now. But yeah, I do notice that the scars are getting better. And one thing I noticed too is that my tummy tuck scar, my vertical incision that's really thick, that it was itching a lot in the last couple days, way more than normal. So I don't know if it's, you know, supposedly it's supposed to help break down scar tissue and damaged cells, and hopefully that is what it's doing, and maybe that's why it's itching. I don't know. It's just an observation. It'll be interesting to see if I keep doing this periodically, if I get that itching every time I water fast. So I'll try and remember to notice that. Sorry, my dog wants me to throw the ball to her. So that's something I noticed. Another thing I've noticed with fasting in general, but also with the water fasting, is my blood is a bit thinner. Back when I was like 20-something, I had a superficial blood clot in my lower leg, and ever since then I've had to take a low-dose aspirin because of that. I had to get off of birth control because I didn't know if the birth controls would cause the blood clot, and so I've been on a low-dose aspirin every single day ever since then. So like, I don't know, 20 years. And now, like if I nick myself when I'm shaving, it's like I almost can't stop the blood. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I stopped taking my low dose blood thinner because I felt like my blood was too thin. So I haven't seen anything online in my research that talks about blood being thinned because of fasting, but I'm gonna do some research on that and see. But that's definitely something I've noticed. So what do I have coming up for next week? Next week, because I'm going to be doing different fasts every week, I think it's good to keep your body guessing and do things different. I like the high calorie, low calorie ideas. So next week, I was going to do a fat fast Monday through Wednesday, just kind of like I did this week with the water fast. Fat fast meaning just having water or coffee with cream in it. You can have, with a fat fast, you can have anything, any fat, but nothing else but fat. So, and I choose to have heavy cream in my coffee. That's how I choose to get my fat. But instead of doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I listened to an interview with Jason Fung, Dr. Jason Fung, this week, and he was talking about alternate day fasting for people who are either at their ideal body weight or maybe 10 to 20 pounds within their ideal body weight. And so I'm gonna try the alternate day fasting. I haven't done that yet. And so I won't eat on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it'll basically be about 36 hour fast. And I'll see how I do with that. I'm doing fat fast, I'm not doing water fast. Maybe another time when I do alternate day, I'll do water fast to see how I feel with that. But I think mentally it would be a bit easier because I love to cook. I do like to eat. And this will give me the opportunity of every other day doing it rather than having to go 3 days at a time with no cooking or eating, or like cooking for the family and not being able to taste it. So that's the plan. I will fat fast on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What's something else? Oh, one other thing I wanted to say was about fasting. People have been asking me just advice on how I got started and how to do it, and especially with long fast. What I was gonna say was, with long fast, you can kind of get in your head about it and constantly think, oh, it's been another hour. Oh, I'm at 15 hours. I'm at 16 hours. I'm at 30 hours. I'm at 31 hours. And that happens a lot when you first start fasting, but the longer you do it, the more natural it feels like, and I feel like more of a habit it becomes. And when you can get out of your head and not think about it, the easier it is. So I would say if you're going to try an extended fast, make sure you have things planned. You have something, a project to work on. You're busy at work. You're maybe you're gonna be sleeping a lot. You know, sleeping through a fast is the easiest way to get through it. I don't sleep well lately, so and my OBGYN said she thinks it's just my age. I'm hitting that age where your hormones get kind of wonky and you just can't. I cannot sleep 8 hours. I can't. I want to, but I just can't. So but if you could sleep through it, that's fantastic. But if you can do things to occupy your mind so that you're not thinking about the fast so much, that is the best way to get through a fast. So I find when I'm really busy at work, or I'm cleaning the house, or I have a project I'm doing here at home, some kind of craft thing or something, occupying my mind, it makes it a lot easier. John said when he plays WoW, that makes it a lot easier for him because he's testing it out a little bit too. He's not doing extended fast like me, but he's trying some intermittent fasting, just like maybe 16 hours at a time. And he said that helps pass the time, and WoW does help pass the time, I will say that. So if you have any questions about fasting or what I'm doing, my workouts or anything, just let me know and I will be happy to talk about it in a future video. Bye guys. Go out, make it happen.